A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold move that could reshape the geopolitical landscape, President Donald Trump has proposed a controversial 28-point plan aimed at ending the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. This framework, crafted through discussions between Washington and Moscow, has sparked significant debate over its implications for Ukraine's sovereignty and its future relationship with NATO. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has indicated his willingness to engage with the United States on this proposal, with talks expected to occur in the coming weeks. However, the plan's details reveal a significant shift that may force Kyiv to make painful concessions. At the heart of the proposal is a requirement for Ukraine to relinquish control of Crimea and parts of the Donbas region to Russia, while simultaneously abandoning its aspirations for NATO membership. In exchange, the United States would provide security guarantees to Ukraine, promising to uphold its sovereignty. This arrangement raises questions about the long-term stability of the region and the potential for future aggression from Russia. The plan outlines a comprehensive non-aggression agreement that aims to settle decades of ambiguity regarding borders and territorial claims, with the expectation that Russia will refrain from invading neighboring countries. NATO, in turn, would agree not to expand further eastward, a significant concession that highlights the delicate balance of power in Europe. One of the most contentious aspects of the proposal is the stipulation that Ukraine's military forces will be capped at 600,000 personnel, a move that some critics argue undermines Ukraine's ability to defend itself against potential threats. Furthermore, Ukraine would be constitutionally bound to forego NATO membership, a decision that many believe could leave the country vulnerable to future Russian aggression. In a bid to provide some reassurance, the plan includes provisions for reliable security guarantees for Ukraine. However, these guarantees come with stringent conditions. If Ukraine were to launch an unprovoked attack on Russia, it would lose these protections. This clause has raised eyebrows among analysts who are concerned about the implications for Ukraine's military strategy. The proposal also suggests that European fighter jets will be stationed in Poland, a strategic move that could bolster NATO's eastern flank. However, critics argue that this does little to enhance Ukraine's security in the face of ongoing threats from Russia. Moreover, the plan outlines a pathway for Russia's reintegration into the global economy, with discussions on lifting sanctions occurring on a case-by-case basis. This aspect of the proposal has garnered mixed reactions, as it raises concerns about rewarding aggressive behavior while potentially undermining the principles of international law. A significant portion of the plan focuses on reconstruction efforts in Ukraine, with a commitment to invest in key sectors such as technology and infrastructure. The United States would lead these initiatives, with frozen Russian assets being utilized to fund reconstruction efforts. This aspect of the proposal could provide much-needed support for Ukraine's recovery, but it remains to be seen whether these promises will materialize. In addition to territorial and military considerations, the plan emphasizes the importance of cultural understanding and tolerance between Ukraine and Russia. Measures aimed at promoting educational programs and abolishing discriminatory practices are included, reflecting a desire to foster a more harmonious relationship between the two nations. As the proposed agreement moves forward, both Ukraine and Russia will be required to adhere to its stipulations, with a joint American-Russian working group established to monitor compliance. The plan also outlines a process for humanitarian efforts, including the exchange of prisoners and the return of civilians detained during the conflict. While the prospect of a ceasefire and a path toward peace is appealing, the concessions demanded of Ukraine raise significant concerns about the long-term implications for its sovereignty and security. Critics argue that this plan could set a dangerous precedent, encouraging further aggression from Russia while undermining Ukraine's ability to defend itself. In conclusion, President Trump's 28-point plan for Ukraine represents a complex and controversial approach to resolving the ongoing conflict. As discussions unfold, the international community will be watching closely to see how this proposal is received and what it means for the future of Ukraine and its relationship with both Russia and NATO. The stakes are high, and the potential consequences of this plan could reverberate across the globe for years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.